is happening in a country these days? Oh my god. What a sheer waste of paper. I'm having second thoughts on a judicial system.
अरे अरे सुबह सुबह ऐसे तमाशा पापा your love for the morning newspaper precedes my existence. What could be so calamatic that it brings your mood down in the morning?
Seriously.
I don't know what's even
What's
going
so
right
wrong?
in our country. I'll show you what's wrong. Can you guys tell me what the definition of a newspaper is?
A newspaper provides news to the public?
Yeah, exactly. And what kind of a headline and a front page of a newspaper is this? An ad.
Byju's!
By juice!
It is not something to laugh about. Yeah, Jews. But there's so much more in this happening in this country. The police are never able to find a culprit, right? So you remember this ring road, Sector 56, right?
Yeah.
Which is right beside our house. There was an accident in which the only earning member of a family, just like me, was driven over by a person under the influence of alcohol, right? And just imagine on that family, he was survived by a 2-year elder to you, Simran. The daughter just 2 years older to you. So just imagine they're having this conversation like right now we are having, and then the next day, the father is no more, and we are not able to have this conversation. So even with the plate being there, the number plate, the police are not able to give justice to the daughter or the family, right?
Simran, didn't we read this in one of our chat rooms? The senior who lost her
Yeah,
father.
yeah, I remember that. Let me just check about that news once. Just a minute.
It's got to be all over social media. I mean,
How will you know? There are so many people in your college, there are so many people on social media. Like it could be
Come
anyone.
on, Dad. Social media is always at rescue. You can find the information about the entire world there. It's the fastest medium to find information. Hi, Siddhant. Good morning. Did you check your inbox this morning? I just mailed you the script.
Yeah, I have the script printed out with me right now, and I'm just going through it last minute, but none of this is what we had discussed with boss. I mean, the issues we mailed him, where are they?
Yeah. So changed it a little bit. He said it was much better this way. Oh, I think
That's good.
Sir's here.
Good morning, gentlemen. How are you all doing today? Good morning, Srishti.
Good morning, sir. All good.
Um, Sir, did you see the mail we sent you about the issues for today's program?
Yes, I did see the mail, and I think it needs to be changed.
And why? Because all of the issues we mailed you were of grave social importance. I mean, you talk to anyone nowadays, anyone educated would talk about these
Siddhant,
issues.
I have to run a balance sheet over here. All right, I can't do charity for too long. At best, what I can do is 50% social news and 50% revenue news.
Sir, we've talked about this so many times. News is one of the last upholders of freedom of speech or freedom to press. Imagine all of us journalists fought
And here
so
we are
much.
talking about it again and again and again, Siddhant. How many times have I told you the freedom of the press is limited to those who own it, and we're the
Very
ones who
true.
own it. I've modified the list. Go check your inbox.
If you say so.
So this is quite interesting. We've covered some of this last week as well.
Not some of this. In fact, all of this is a repeat, sir. You think half a page about Temur is important or even merely interesting? Or rather, this entire 3-page section about these political propagandas, to why do we need to convey such information to the people when they already know it? What about the important cases such as the robberies or that farmer suicide case, or for example the hit and run cases? What about all of that, sir?
Siddhant, relax. We can run that news at the ticker in the bottom of the screen. Don't worry about that. We'll cover it.
I know you're upset, Siddhant, but I don't blame you. You're new to the system and you should adapt to it soon.
Yeah.
Okay, control Siddhant. All right, sir. Then why don't you tell me what should I do in the social media section if over 99% of all of the socially important news is just not covered anywhere?
Siddhant, social media is the chewing gum for the masses while we're here for their ears. We both target different senses in the audience. Social media is more vocal at local, while we need to focus on the national issues as of now. For your debate topics tonight, who is the participant from the top three political parties?
Yes, I wanted to talk about that too, Mr. Advani. What importance do political parties have in a debate about mental health during Corona time? Tell me, why are you guys laughing? We decided on this issue together.
Siddhant, state elections are near and we want to make as much as ad budget as possible. All right. I want them, all the political parties should be at part of all our debates. All right. I want our channel to be on top of their mind. I have an idea actually. Forget your mental health, COVID, everything. We should get a political storm into perspective. You remember your political informer, right, from the MP quarters? Ask him for some sensational news. I don't care. I want to run a section called Organized Gossip. Let's use our informers and start a debate on these topics. All political parties shall be on our channel defending themselves and giving us higher ad revenue to avoid further such pleasantries. Shristi, what do you think about this?
So
Huh?
this is a super idea. I think I'll share the list of such news by today evening only.
Sir, you want to know what I think about this?
I don't give a damn, Siddhant, of what you think. I am thinking of giving you 2% of all total revenue as your bonus from this section.
Since morning, I've been following the news of the cyclist hit and run case when Dad told me about it. It's so sad one of our seniors had to suffer like this.
Oh, yes, Sam. It is sad. Even I read the news, But I figured that the movement is actually gathering momentum now.
Did you see the latest post on Facebook? The family and friends of the cyclist are demanding a peaceful protest march on Sunday morning at 7:30, the same spot where the accident happened.
Hey Sam, do you remember what Dad said? How the police never has any clue about any case? I just
Yeah.
feel that the police is acting like an apprentice. They're dumb enough not to know things, then they don't even observe the events properly. It's just so sad.
See, I'm not too active on social media these days, but tell me what's the point? How many people will even turn up for this? I don't think many.
Okay, now think again. Social media has a much wider coverage. That live feed of the march will keep up the spirit of demand for justice. What do you do when you get bullied in the class?
I simply ignore.
No, Ria, I complain about it. I can't just sit around like that.
I mean, it's fair enough.
Well, I just don't mind if it's a small one, but if it's getting out of control, I tell my friends so that they support me.
So, copy paste the same onto social media. Let's share this on all our social media accounts and ask others to continue the chain.
I like that idea, Sam. I'm going to share this. Oh, guys, have you been reading about the farmer suicide cases? I mean,
Yeah, I
they're
heard about
rising
that.
again. You have? Well, my mum works in an organization that supports rural farmers and government factory workers. And she was talking to me about what's going on with their, current situation. It's really sad and it hurts me. The farmers are in such distress. They have debts to pay, costs of cultivations, declining returns, and the government does not support them. They're really facing a big issue.
Yeah, Ria, I heard about that too. It was really sad. But you know what? I think that we all should be active. And we should probably raise voice against this. Because sooner or later, their fate will affect the supply chain of consumables. And I don't want to sit like a passive victim. Let's do something about it, guys.
Yes, if we create a campaign and somehow reach the real farmers who are getting crushed in this grind and get their life story out in the open, publish that,
It will definitely be an eye opener.
Oh, I like this idea as well, Sam. You know, this can be the wake up call for the government, and all these protests and flash mobs are actually organized in social media, so that will be easy.
The idea sounds great, but Ria, can your mom help us connect with people who have fresh stories like these?
Yeah,
I know one of Dad's friends who's a social worker. Remember Sia?
Oh, yeah,
And,
I remember her.
and she takes up such work and goes into the interiors of the places to capture the real news. We need to show the strength, but in the right direction. I'm gonna go talk to her.
You should.
Hi, Miss Saluja. How are you?
Oh, hi Samir. So have you been?
Oh, that's fine. I've been fine. I've been fine. Yeah. So I just came here to try to kind of find some things out from you because I know that you're very active in the scene of social justice and everything. And my friends and I, we were talking about it, and we just wanted to find something concrete, some hard evidence because obviously we know what the farmers are going through. We just needed some undeniable proof of the actual struggle that the farmers are facing.
Oh yeah, sure, the farmers, right? Honestly, the media has it has just made everything this parade. But there's so much going on with the farmers right now. In the MSP which is dropped recently and not has not allowed farmers to pay at all. The fear is continuous and prevalent all over the place. Did you want anything specifically?
Yeah, if you could give me like, if you maybe had some sort of a written testimony or a recording of the farmers, talking about how the hardships they face really, you know, just shape their lives early on. They can't provide their children education, they don't get enough money, etc., etc.
It's so sad right now because you don't get this, but there is no data, there is no depth, and there is no responsibility taken by the government or anybody. Because if all of these things that are happening, including the EIA Act and the drug cases, but the government has denied having any data on any death of migrant workers, of the healthcare staff, of the farmer suicides, of what is actually going on. And I went there and it was brutal. All of these people living here in zero in intolerated conditions, no good conditions, and suffering so much. And I recorded them, of course, and I have some of the recordings if you want. They're amazing recordings. These people with their life experiences and what they're facing right now, it's just.
If you could, please do share them.
अरे क्या बताएं मैडम, हमारा तो ये जो बाबा जी है और ये जो फादर साहब है, ये तो खेती बाड़ी कर रहा है, लेकिन अगर कुछ और मैं कर पाता, कुछ बिजनेस वगैरह होता मेरा, तो मैं उसी में काम करता। लेकिन हमारा तो खेती बाड़ी, हमें अपने कमर तोड़ के मोड़ के काम करना पड़ता है। और ये जो इलेक्शन में जो चुनता है वो कुछ करता नहीं है। और यहाँ तो बरसात आने नहीं वाली है, लोकस्ट आके खा रहा है हमारा खेत, और हम बस गरीब होते जा रहे हैं, हमें कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा। हम क्या करें मैडम, आप ही बताइए।
और मैं क्या बताऊं आपको चंपालाल जी, मेरे तो खेत सूख चुके हैं और जब हरे होते हैं तो कीड़े लग जाते हैं इनमें। अब पेस्टिसाइड तो डालना ही पड़ता है ना, नहीं तो वरना दूसरों का पेट तो भर देंगे हम, अपना नहीं भर पाएंगे। पेस्टिसाइड डालने में भी मुझे अच्छा नहीं लगता क्योंकि वो लोगों के पेट में जाता है और कितने लोगों को बीमारियां देता है। बट क्या कर सकते हैं आप ही बताओ क्या करूं मैं।
अब तुम्हें क्या बताए लाल बहादुर, 50 लाख का कर्जा पड़ा हुआ है। अब खेत से इससे इतना पैसा आ नहीं रहा है। अरे हमने 50 लाख खेत ही के लिए लिया था। अब खेत उतना पैसा वापस नहीं दे पा रही है। अब हमारी तो उम्र रही नहीं, जोड़ों में दर्द रहता है कि हम जाके अपना कर ले खेती। अब बच्चों से पूछो तो बोलते हैं हमें विदेश जाना है पढ़ने। क्यों? क्योंकि उनको खेती में मन नहीं लगता, उनको नहीं लगता खेती से कुछ होएगा। अब हम क्या बताएं, 50 लाख का कर्जा हम कहाँ से चुकाएंगे? आप हमें बताओ। खत्म करने का मन करता है अपना जिंदगी।
Hey Shrishti, did you see this Fight for Farmer campaign, man? It's on the road everywhere. I mean, I'm getting like 100 Twitter notifications of people tagging me.
Yeah, it's blowing up on social media.
I think we should definitely cover it, but I'm not sure will boss listen.
That's true. But we have to try.
Let's try. All right, he's in the other call. I'll see you there.
Okay.
Hello, good morning, boss. We have a urgent matter that we wanted to bring to your attention.
Good morning. What's the urgency?
So this Fight for Farmer campaign has gathered a lot of steam and peaceful protests are planned across 11 cities today morning. And it's blowing up on social media.
I think, sir, we should cover it. It's very
Yeah.
important.
Do you remember our favorite 3 political parties? Call them, appraise them of the situation, and share timelines of the coverage. It's time to spin the wheel on this news.
So you are genius.
You're a genius, sir.